Today I'm out here in my RV and I have an issue that I need to diagnose, so I'm going to be using this VDIAG tool here. It is an automotive circuit probe. It helps you find breaks in your line, short circuits, you know, all different kinds of things, polarity problems, everything. So I'm going to be using this to help find out what is going on. Now, I was sent this at no cost so I can do this review. Let's go ahead and take this thing out of the box, see everything it comes with, and figure out why I'm getting a short between my slide motor and the slide controller. Now, I've tested this slide motor with a 12-volt battery and it spins without a problem in either direction, and it seems fine. But the controller keeps saying it has a short, so it will run for a few seconds and then cut off. Let's see what we can find. So right out of the box, you're gonna get this nice case with everything organized inside of it. So now I'm opening this. So this actually came with a lot more than I expected, which is great. It came with everything you see here. This is the manual. It came with some needle clamps here that go on the end of the probe, so that way you can just poke a hole right in through the insulation, and then when you pull it out, it doesn't damage the insulation for shorts. You've got multiple types. These are angled. This is where you can actually put the wire in there and then you push the metal needle into the wire so it holds it in place. So that's really cool. These are little alligator clips, and then these are also some more like connecting alligator clips. They have alligator clips on one side and then these little probe pieces that go into the end of here. If you can focus that in there. So very cool. It comes with all of these adapters, and then it comes of course with the default adapter that, you know, here is what you would put on the end of this probe to start with, unless you need one of these specialty ones. Now, this probe has a really long cable on it, and it's got this end right here on it, but that is because you can either put alligator clips on it, or you can do one of these, you know, 12-volt accessory type plugs to plug into like your cigarette lighter on your car or your accessory plug. And it comes with an extension cord, so if this one isn't long enough, you've got even more length here to get even further. So all of that's really cool. And then you've also got this probe tool that will help you probe for where breaks in wires are. Very cool tool here. And this one does need a 9-volt battery though, so you will need to pick up a 9-volt battery, but everything else is here to use. So I'm going to get started with this and try to figure out where my wiring problem is on our RV. So I'm going to give you a little bit of information about what I'm doing here so you can kind of understand my thought on this. So I'm not going to be using the extension cable that it came with this time. I love the fact that it came with it because there's many times I'll need this, but I'm not going to be using it for this troubleshooting issue. And I'm not going to be using the 12-volt accessory plug because I have this little battery that I bring with me a lot of times that helps me just provide 12-volt power when I'm testing things. So I use the alligator clips that it came with. I hooked it up with this quick connector here to the probe. As you can see down here, lots of cable still, more than enough that I'm going to need. And then I can test that battery. I can just press up and it shows that it's got 12.8 volts that it's powering into this. And then pressing down, you're going to see the green because that is showing that it's got a good ground. It does have these LED lights up here, which is really going to be helpful since I'm working in kind of a tight space. And it's even got this little feedback here so you can hear it chirping. So the little red button here lets you flip through the different modes, and this is DC voltage here. That's where I was pressing the button and showing you it checks the different voltages and grounds. Then you press it again. Now you have alternating current, so AC voltage. Then you have resistance, ohms. And then this is helping you find any breaks in your lines. Right now, I'm going to be doing some tests just using the DC voltage here. I've got it plugged into the battery, and I'm going to go ahead again and test this motor in both directions to make sure that it is still running fine. And to do that, it comes with these little alligator clips here on here that you can attach and allow it to feed power out. So I'm going to try that real quick. Alright, so I had to get the probe put in the end of this so I could get this test done. But as you can see here, I put the negative alligator clip that goes on the bottom of this on there. And then if I come over here and I touch the other side, it's telling you that it's the positive side, turns green. And then if I press up, I'm going to power it with 13 volts. And it spun. I'm going to have to hold it to do it. Realizing I don't have enough hands, I mean, it's got everything I need here to substitute for my hand. So what I did is I used this cable that it comes with, put the alligator clip on the positive so that way I could still operate this probe with my left hand and hold the camera with the right. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit the motor and make sure it spins. Spins no problem. And that's the problem I'm having. It's actually spinning for just a slight moment, not even a second, probably like half a second. It will spin just a little bit and then stop. And like I said, it's reporting there's a short. So it's not a short in the motor. Motor's running fine, not overheating, not sparking. I did tone out the cable that goes to the motor. I didn't find any issues with that. I did find that the circuit board was actually messed up. It was burnt out, and that was actually the problem. But this is a great kit that lets you go and check wiring, electronics, just all kinds of things. And man, I just can't believe with all the accessories it comes with to help you do that. Definitely a really cool kit. I'm very glad to have it. Definitely something for someone that deals with any kind of electronics or any kind of electricity and wires. Very cool kit. I hope this information was helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Y'all take care.